What's up, my subscribers? I'm about to replace the brake caliper and the caliper bracket on this 2017 Dodge Charger Daytona RT.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
The first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna take out this bolt and this bolt down here. Alright, we're gonna take those two out. We're not gonna mess with the brake line until I put the other one in, and then we're gonna take it off and transfer it. The least air in the system, that's what I want. Okay, get your 14 millimeter. And also, you see this? Sometimes when you try to take this bolt out, this moves. Get your wrench and put it over that so it won't move. And then you could go ahead and take that out. Take that out and take that out. Then we're gonna go to the bottom and do the bottom one also, right here. So all you gotta do is just put that wrench like I showed you and break it just like that. It happens sometimes when people don't grease those. They kind of get messed off to this the caliper we taking off. Then we're gonna take the bracket off. I don't have to, but I will because it's a new bracket come with the new caliper. Now you just pull this off, and what I'm gonna do, these hangers, I'm just gonna put it in here, and I'm gonna hang it up on the shock. Okay, it's a bolt right here to hold the brake line up. I'm gonna take mine off because I want to show you what I'm doing. When you're doing the job, you do not have to remove that. You could just hang it right here on that hanger that I showed you, but if I hang it, it's gonna be in the way of the video. So I'm gonna go ahead and take out that 10 millimeter. Alright, bolt and this bolt, those two are holding in the bracket. You can pull these brakes out for now and just rest them on the side. Notice the ones with the marks on them, this goes to the back side. That's for the brake reading. But this one has two of them. Some of them only have one that does it, but this have two, so it does not make a difference. Okay, sometimes these nut bolts, you're gonna have to use a breaker bar. So as you can see, I got a breaker bar on it to start it because they are real tight. They are real tight. Come to the upper one right here, do the same thing. Okay, now they're broken. You can use whatever you got to use to take them off. Hold this bracket before you take the stop on out, because it's going to drop. And the bracket is out. There you go. Now we're about to put the new caliper bracket in. Get it just like this. and you turn it backwards and you line it up to the hole. Get the other one. The rotor gotta be straight. I usually put a nut on the rotor so it don't move, but I didn't do it today. I usually do that, so if you want to do that, you can. So the rotor won't be moving on you, and this will stay in place so you can find the hole. That's how they look. That's where the brake sits in. I put grease in here also, in these grooves. So I'm gonna show you one of them. I got them on a couple videos on my brakes. You just put some in here so it could be free in here. And you do it on both of them. This one here too. That's gonna give the brakes an easy sliding room. It's gonna move freely. What I went ahead and did on the rotor, so it won't move back and forth, put one of your nuts that came off of your wheel on the rotor and tighten it back in. Just tighten it down with your hand so the rotor won't be moving out of place. Okay, these that go that way, you're gonna know how to go because you only can put it in one way. So I'm gonna put the bottom one in. Hold that side in and then push this in, and it just falls in that hole right there. See, you got two clips right here. You got to make sure those clips go over the rotors good. You see those two clips? Yeah, you have to make sure they go over the rotors pretty good. Otherwise, you're going to have a whole shitload of squeaking. There you go. Now they're in. Now get your brake pads and try to put them in these grooves. What I try to do, I try to put the top one in first and see if I can have the bottom ride. Like that. Put the other side in. Like I say, I put the top in first and I come back to the bottom and try to get the bottom. That's that. The brakes are in. Now grab your caliper, your new caliper, and we're about to bolt it in. Goes this way. Get your bolts. Put them in. Let me get some washers. I need to put some washers on there. I don't like how that look. They don't have no washers right there. And you need a lock washer. I got the washers. See, I went and got a washer. This one didn't come with none, so I needed a lock washer. So you're gonna put one here, and you're gonna put one down here at the bottom. Also, tighten those up. Now tighten the bottom one. then get your ratchet or whatever you're using and snug those. I have the specs, but you could feel it. If this nut is still moving, get you a wrench like I told you and put it over it. Okay, that's tight enough. You can feel it though. And then you could tighten it. That's good enough. Okay, the caliper is in. This the bleeder to bleed for the fluid. Fluid have to come to this while we're putting this on. So I'm taking this off, and this supposed to be, I think, let me see what that is, either 8mm or 10mm. When you got your new caliper, it should have come with a new bolt. I mean, a new bolt and 2 copper washers. All right, because you have to replace those washers every time. All right. So what we're gonna do now on this right here, mine's a 13. I'm gonna take it off, but I'm not gonna squeeze this line. All right, I'm not gonna squeeze the line so that the brake fluid could stop running. I'm gonna let it run out. And this, I'm not gonna pull it out until I'm ready to put that in here. Okay? So get your nut ready, because it's gonna be pretty quick. Fluid gonna start coming out. Just like that. So what you're gonna have to do is, see that's coming out of that. This, you put it like this. You take this washer off of this one. See that? And you take this out. There is another washer right here. There's another washer right here. Come on. Let's go ahead and put that washer back in. And then just bring this back up. And we're gonna start this back in the hole. I think this is a 10. So put it up like that, and we're about to tighten that. I think this is a 10. Yeah, so get your 10. And tighten those washers. Just like that. And then what we're gonna do, this is your bleeder screw right here. It's a 10. What we're gonna do, we're gonna loosen it out. And what I want that fluid to start running out of here. And when it start running out, then I'm gonna close it back. So as soon as I see some fluid coming out of this, where this is, I'm gonna close it off. And just leave it open. And just leave it just like that. As you can see it's dripping out of it right here. See that? Now we could close it because the caliper is full of fluid. That's how you bleed it. The calipers, when you just put them on, you don't have to go inside and pump your brakes. Oh, none of that. Just let it run out, but you still gotta keep an eye on how much is in the reservoir. Tighten that back. And then you're gonna spray down back here that the brake fluid run out of. Brake fluid is not good to your vehicle or anything on your vehicle. It will mess it up. So spray it down. All that's wet up down here. Spray it down. Alright. Remember, go inside, pump your brakes before you move off. Now you go back up to your reservoir, your brake reservoir, and top it off. Make sure you have enough fluid inside of the reservoir. Alright, that's the end of this video. Hit that subscribe button. Tell a friend. Like, comment, and share. DIY, Diagnostics N Repair. Big up to the Virgin Islands, St. Croix, St. Thomas, St. John. St. Croix, Kibadandada Island. Now all you got to do is put your wheel back on and let the jack down. We'll be doing that shortly. Also, don't forget to put that one nut back in if you took it out. You might not have took it out, but I took mine out. That hold this brake line. So if you did, go ahead and put yours back in.